This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here again after a weekend, after a zesty weekend at that. Guys, if you are here, make sure you share that love, you share that positivity. I am so hyped today. Are you guys hype? Are you guys hype? Is everyone hype? I'm hype. I'm hype. I love this chat. I missed you guys all weekend. If you guys are happy to be here again, smash these likes, share the stream out with friends, subscribe to the channel, comment in the chat. The more we interact with the stream, the more YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Rumble, Kick, Facebook, Twitter, we'll share it all out. And if you guys haven't checked them out yet, make sure to check out our lovely sponsors, Cake Wallet, an open source, beautiful wallet to store your cryptocurrency and also spend it. Also, check out Market Cipher. Link is in the live chat. And then in the description, you code missteencrypto or code ZESTY at checkout for 20% off. Oh, woo. Oh, woo. Guys. Are you hyped for today? Are you hyped for a Monday? I know I am. I know I'm hyped for a little Monday action. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Again, if you are here, you have to say hello to me. Let me know that you are here. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Johnny. Happy to see everyone. We got Joe Harvey in the chat. We got Randy in the chat. We got bacon, eggs, and hash. Ooh, I could go for some bacon, eggs, and hash. Like, you know, I actually had avocado toast, like avocado bagel, actually. It was really good, and I'm happy I did. But I also wish I had some bacon, eggs, and hash. Good morning to you. My girl Alexandra G is in the chat. Much love to Alexandra G. We also got Flat Smack. Nice to see you. We got Emma in the chat. Ivan, what's up? How is it going? We got Raul in the chat as well. We got Alex, aka Geek of All Trades. I want you guys to enter that poll as well. Threads or Twitter. Let me know your thoughts. Also, shout out to Rusty. RustyBot, thank you for becoming a member again. They said to hit the like in honor of RustyBot becoming a member. And if you are a member, make sure to show off those member emojis and make sure RustyBot feels welcome for their 3rd month as a Zesty fan member. That is beautiful. You are a friend, my friend, a friend. We also got Armani. Please yar in the chat for Armani. Nice to see you, my friend. B Team Crypto, what's up? We got John Legend on this fine morning. All Set Miner is here. Where's the rest of my mining gang? We got Automatic Beats, what's up? Nice to see everybody. Nice to see everybody. Who else is here? We got Kiddo 001. Says, hey, from the UK. Well, hello, Kiddo. Welcome to the stream. Are you an actual kiddo? If you are an actual kiddo, that's awesome. But even if you're not an actual kiddo, it's still awesome. Thank you for coming and welcome from NYC. Some love from NYC. We also have William Smith on the chat as well. Nice to see you with your coffee emoji. We got Daniel Perez said, hey everyone, it's time to be zesty. Absolutely. You know what's up, Daniel Perez. I don't gotta tell Daniel Perez what's going on. We also have B Team. I think I said hello to you in the chat already. We got Rick as well. Who else? Did I miss anyone? I hope I didn't. Anonymous ETC, nice to see you. We got David in the chat as well. Hello. And if I did miss you, please yell at me in the chat and let me know that I missed you. John Jermaine, did I miss you, my friend? If not, then hello again. If I did, then hello for the first time. And also, did you get in and out this weekend, John Jermaine? BTW, I use Arch, says, here, but checking my charts. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, sheesh. Ben is in the chat. Bitcoin Ben. Shout out to Bitcoin Ben, everybody. If you guys do not know Bitcoin Ben, then you have to know Bitcoin Ben. He's been in this space forever and also was there for me at the very, very beginning. Look at his... Look, do you like this, Ben? That is beautiful. Oh.
Good morning, young lady. See you soon, Gear L. Say hi to the old man.
I will. Thank you for the $50 super chat to start off our day, Ben. You're a beautiful person. Hold on, let me grab a Bitcoin Ben's YouTube channel. Is that what you would like me to share with everyone, Ben? Is that okay if I share your YouTube channel in the chat? I will be going on Ben's show at noon today, so... Again, it's 9:30. It's 9:42 technically right now, and I will be on Bitcoin Ben's show at noon. So 12 p.m. Eastern, my friends. Please check out youtube.com /@BitcoinBen. Yes, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Ben has been here for me since the beginning, so much love to Bitcoin Ben. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love my buttons. Oh gosh, you guys know I love to press my new buttons. I have a lot of new buttons, like Paulie D from the Jersey Shore.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The cabs are here, my friends, and so are the charts. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about crypto. We are going to talk about everything going on today. I am so excited to talk about the markets. I'm so excited to talk about everything going on. Oh, oh, sheesh. What is going on, friends? What is going on? Okay, there we go. So, my friends, we are going to talk about the markets. We're going to go into our market recap. Woo! I'm so excited. I might go button crazy. Absolutely, because we got to... Oh, shoot. Go! Go, buttons, go. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the charts. I'm looking, my face is so red already. All right, we're gonna look at the daily market recap here. We got OKB down 2.2%. OKX has been doing some crazy stuff. Do you guys follow OKX and their Twitter? They're up to some cool things over there. We got Pulse is actually up. Kava is a big gainer in the last day. Let's take a look at the week since we are starting off a new week here. We are mostly in the red for the alts. Wow. Some deep red for the alts. What is going on? Pepe was a big gainer the week before, and then now Pepe's kind of slamping, down 15% for the last week. Seems like the alts, again, are really taking a hit, but the monthly looks pretty good. I mean, listen, the day, the week is something, but the month looks good. Look at the month. What a different look. What a different look. That is crazy. And as you can see, a lot of things did run up a little bit, but I think retracing is fine. And I think that's healthy. Like these bubbles, they're great. We love green bubbles, but at the same time, we really do want to be cautious. We want to make sure that things aren't unreasonably moving. And of course, the volumes always justify what's going on here. Now we're going to dip into the BTCs right here. We're going to jump into Bitcoin price. Guys, we've been pamping it up. If you guys are here, make sure you guys smash these likes, share this stream out with friends, and make sure we get 100 likes and 100 live viewers because there are things going on. Now, we do have Bitcoin slightly in the green today. That is nice. We like Bitcoin in the green. I enjoy Bitcoin in the green slightly, though, by only 0.3% in the green. Yeah. All these traders are going to hear some... All right, we got $30,264 Bitcoin. We are, according to Market Cipher, it seems like money flow is slightly turning around here, which we always like to see, guys. I don't like to see red money flow, so we're slightly turning into the green here. VWAP seems like it's a little steady here. I would like to see the VWAP, this little yellow wave, just pop through confidently through the zero line. We also got momentum starting to slide down a little bit. I have a little bit of a mixed signal going on here. Again, it just seems like really sideways, and the buyers just don't know where we're going. Like the buyers, where are the bulls? Where are the bears? I don't even know because it's been so freaking sideways that even the volume is telling you that people are confuzzled, people are confused. Really makes you wonder, my friends, really makes you wonder, what are people really here for? What is really going on here? And I was even saying to my subscribers on Twitter, if you guys aren't subscribers, then maybe you should be. The news has been kind of quiet for crypto the past few days, and it justifies, like, maybe the volume is even saying, like, hey, like, the buyers, sellers, we're just sitting here right now. I think maybe something could happen, my friends. Something might happen. We might pop off a little bit, and I hope we do, right? I hope we do. But even if you take a gander here over the weekend, we, again, just sideways traded right under our the top of our range here. We kind of had, like, this resistance here at, like, around $30,500 that we kind of, like, tested. Yeah, we kind of tested this in mid-April, 30,500. We had actually a wick high to 31,066 in April. Then we kind of took a dip down. Then our range here became relevant again, 27.1 and 28.4. Then we kind of popped off, and then we sideways traded yet again for the past, I don't know, a few weeks, it feels like. But yeah, June 21st is when we really started sideways trading. We pumped up to like around 30.5 or 30.4K. And we've just been testing that nonstop. And it's still so relevant because, as you could see, literally July 1st, we pumped up a little bit, then we retraced, we sat on July 5th, just really sat on that level. And then the next day, we had a little bit of a volatile day where we kind of outperformed. June, we had our July highs, and then we haven't really come back since. And it is July 10th, my friends, and it's crazy. I really feel like July just started yesterday. I feel like yesterday was July 4th. It's actually wild what's going on, friends. Time is flying, but this just proves time does fly, and that when you finally get to that point where we're eventually in a bull market again, you're going to look back at these times and just be like, wow, we were really just sitting around looking at $30,000 Bitcoin, and you're all just going to be shocked. We're going to think about it. It's going to be some sentimental times. Sentimental times. Aww. We can even look, yeah, all for the vibes. Indeed. We're going to look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin, though, because honestly, friends, we just started a new week. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited for our new week. If you're excited for our new week, then you better be smashing that like and sharing the stream out with friends. And let me know, friends, because we are slightly in the green for this week. We did have a red week last week. Let me know, my friends, if we're going to see a green week. Please put a G, put a green in the chat. If you think we're going to have a red week, put an R or red in the chat. Hello, my friends in the chat over there on TikTok. Sir Lewis, Florida Fixer, Midnight Gathering. What's up? All right. Someone said I look like an AI. That's funny. Imagine I was an AI. Woo. Beep, boop, beep, boop. I should actually have a robot noise. I would be, honestly, shocked, though, if I was an AI and I didn't even know I was an AI. Shock indeed. Again, let me know, green or red week in the chat. I really do need to know the consensus, because what is the market made up of at its core? It's just psychology. It's just all of the moves that you guys decide to make as a collective. Now, again, we are just below this little top of our range right here, which was around 30.4K. Just sitting there. We did touch that, literally just touched that level a few weeks ago, which was the week of June 19th. Then the week after that, which was like 2 weeks ago, we kind of barely traded. And then last week we did have a red week. And now we are starting off in the green. But I do need to know what's going on. I need to know how you guys feel. I want to know if we're going to have a green week or a red week. But I think this is still relevant. Hopefully we don't trend down to 28.4 again, and we just hang around at this 30K level, and we stay above 30K. Staying above 30K, I think, in my mind, is what I look out for. I love 30K Bitcoin, and I really do think that if you got Bitcoin, like, during this little dippity-doo that we had, this little bear market, you were lucky individuals, because I think in the future, of course, never financial advice, I think in the future, people are going to be like, wow, you were in Bitcoin. You were looking at Bitcoin when it was literally 15K, when people said it was going to nothing, and when people were doubting it to the top. And you're going to be like, yeah, I was in Bitcoin. I was DCAing. I was dollar cost averaging, buying daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you feel during this dip. And think about it, guys. We basically doubled since the lows. Come on. We're definitely outperforming assets like gold. Freaking gold, man. Like, gold is so slow, bro. Look at gold. It's just been literally sideways. It doesn't do anything, gold. So boring. And then you look at Bitcoin that just constantly just, it goes up, it maintains its value, and it's still so relevant because, again, gold is too heavy, guys. Bitcoin is free. Bitcoin you can travel with. Bitcoin, I think, is going to play a bigger role in the future than gold will as currency, as a store of value. I don't know. I mean, listen, if you look at Bitcoin, it's up over 80% for the new year. And then you look at gold from the new year, and it's so boring. So boring. But yeah, like, you could look at the lows of the new year. I mean, if you really want, from February versus the highs of the new year, only went up 15% gold. And even where it is now, it's only up 6%, let's say, from the lows of the new year. Lame. Freaking lame. I don't know. I'll stop hating on gold now. I know there's a lot of gold bugs out there, and I'm not sheeshing on gold completely. I just, I love my Bitcoin. What can I say? We also got Ethereum kind kind of just chilling. Like, what's going on with ETH? What is going on with her? Now, ETH, as you can see, I was ranting, I was raving last week about our sideways trading with ETH, and ETH is still sideways trading. We're at $1,863 ETH, up 0.04%, which means we're barely moving. Come on, ETH. Make a move. Make a freaking move. Yeah, I don't like sideways trading. I boo at that 100%. Now, again, this is like so relevant where we were sideways trading between 1700 and 1820. Still maybe really relevant because a few days ago on Friday, our low for the day wasn't far. It was like 1820, 1830 was our low for ETH. What the freak? What the freak? And then we've just been sideways trading in the mid of our range, which is like 1869. And you guys know I don't really like under $1,900 ETH. I like $1,900 ETH. I especially like 1911 ETH or above $1,911 because, again, this level is incredibly relevant. Incredibly relevant. And we fell below it on Thursday. So hopefully we could bounce back. I want to see some zest. I want to see some pop out here. I want to just pop back up again to this 1911 level. That would make my heart so happy. Even if you look at market Cipher here for ETH daily, we are seeing some green money flow. Last week we were like, oh sheesh, we saw a dip in money flow. We weren't happy about it, but now we're bouncing back a little bit. Momentum did shift to the other side, but it could pop back up, and the VWAP is starting to trend upwards. At least I hope it is. So we're gonna see what happens there. Again, still really sideways for ETH. I wish I had more to say, my friend. Still sideways. We're gonna look at the weekly though for ETH because she's looking interesting. We did have 2 green weeks in a row, and then last week we kind of broke that momentum just like we did with Bitcoin. Sideways trading, friends. Our low for last week was around, again, 1820 or around $1,830. Come on. What's going on? Come on, ETH. Let's make a move. Even the volume. You see the volume. It's slumping. Money flow just slightly above the zero line, but is trending upwards, although the VWAP is heading down. So that is a little contradictory. Where's this volume? You see this volume? It's so weak. It's so weak. Where are the bulls? Where are the bulls? Sad. Freaking sad. It's okay. We'll get there. Keep calm, hodl on, my friends. Keep calm and hodl on. It's crazy how fast time flies, especially in crypto. So as much as we complain, as much as you hear me just crying over this sideways trading, it's going to be okay. It literally is going to be okay, my friends. It's okay. I hear you. It's okay. Don't worry about it. The sideways trading will end at some point, and we'll be happy that we did stick through it. We're going to actually talk about Litecoin as well because we love our Litecoin. Litecoin. Woohoo. Look at Litecoin. Look at her go. Listen. Did we retrace a lot from our pamp the other day? Sure. Am I upset about it? Abso-freaking-lutely not. Now, let's look at the daily market cipher for Litecoin. We're going to take a gander here. We do have like a little wave, a little spike coming through with green money flow, which we were looking for because Thursday, even last week, we were like, sheesh, why is there red money flow coming in for Litecoin? I didn't understand it. Even if you look at, again, the whale alerts, there is constant love for Litecoin there. Momentum, though, is telling us something different. VWAP is still sideways, which I don't enjoy. Hopefully that comes back up. But Litecoin is at $94.78, down 0.34% today. So hopefully that pops back up in terms of daily momentum. But the volume is kind of justifying the means here, my friends. We're seeing some bearish volume coming in. Although it's not crazy volume, it was enough to justify like our little downturn here because we did see just a crazy 30% day for Litecoin, which I'm not complaining about. But, you know, now we're kind of at this resistance point, which is like $96, where we're just kind of like sitting around this level, and Litecoin needs to break through that. It needs to break through to at least like 102, break $103, and get back to where we were. Ideally, I like to close around 105. Why? Because I've been watching this level since my birthday, since February 16th, and I'm like, oh, sheesh, man. Like, I do think this is indicative of a future important level, which it was. Because once we broke above it, we had a nice run, and then once we broke below this level right here, it was kind of just a tumble. But yeah, I want to look for a bounce back to above $95. That's the next target. And $95, $96, and then the target after that is, of course, like 102, 103. And we'll just see how it goes. Of course, we had a major, beautiful, like, woof, zesty cup and handle on this Litecoin chart, and that I do love to see. We love to see zesty cup and handles. Damn and Z. Damn. That was one of my favorite memes when I was on Vine. Were you guys on Vine? Max, Cody over there on the TikToks. Were you guys on Vine? Anyone in the chat, were you on Vine? Let me know if you were on Vine. I used to love Vine. Now, for the weekly for Litecoin, we do have, last week was a red week, was a big retrace. We went up like 28% in 1 week, and then we kind of like retraced a nice chunk of that. We retraced like around 18%. But again, I think that's fine. I think that's normal. I think you have to retrace, or else it's just false positives, and then it's just a lot more false hopium and all of that, and then you end up paying the price for it later. TradingView is exposing me. Now, hopefully, again, we have a green week for Litecoin, and we break through this $96 range. And if you look at CoinMarketCap, Litecoin is in the top 10. It was 9, now it is 10 again, but hopefully it does pass Solana, because I don't know why Solana is going ballistic right now. But Litecoin deserves more love for sure. Litecoin deserves more love. And speaking of Litecoin love, we do have the halving happening in literally 23 and a half days. You guys see this? You guys see it? 23 and a half days until the Litecoin halving, where the block reward goes from 12 and a half Litecoin per block to 6.25 Litecoin per block. That is the amount miners receive after mining a full block on the blockchain. And this ensures stability. It ensures that we have a nice inflation system that isn't controlled by central bankers. Woo! And Doge is sitting at around 6.5 cents. I'm hoping for Doge to bounce back. It's at like this critical point right now where this like 6.5 cent range, it just tests this level in June. We were messing with it in June. Then in October, we pamped it up. October of 2022. And we've been messing with this level for an extremely long time. And this is the weekly chart for Doge. So I guess I could look at the daily for this. Oops. This is the hourly, daily. There we go. In the daily, we still have red money flow coming in for Doge, but we've been literally playing with this level for so long. And I was hoping this was like a little bit of a cup and handle action, but it kind of wasn't, and I got sad about it. But hopefully we break through this point right here, because we haven't seen that level since June of 2023, and before that, we didn't see this level until March of 2023, and then before that was like literally 2022. So we want to pimp it up here for Doge. Hopefully the bulls come back for Doge. If you guys are here, make sure you guys are smashing these likes, sharing the stream out with friends, and of course, we gotta... Do we gotta what, friends? What are we doing, friends?
Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Pump it up, my friends. Pamp it up. What's up to everyone in the chat? We got Uncle Jimmy in the chat. Hello, Jimmy. We love Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy. We got Dave Digital in the chat. Marky Mark, it's nice to see you. Jason, nice to see you. Explain something Litecoin can do better than other projects. All right, you want me to go on a Litecoin tangent? I definitely will. All right. So if you look at Litecoin, the fundamentals of it, right? We love Bitcoin for a lot of the same reasons we would love Litecoin, right? A finite supply, 21 million Bitcoin. There's 84 million Litecoin to ever exist. There is a halving, like we just discussed, where every 4 years, Litecoin goes through a halving. This year, we got 23 and a half days until the Litecoin halving, where it goes from 12 and a half Litecoins per block to 6.25 Litecoins per block. On top of that, you could look at the feasibility of moving Litecoin compared to something like even Bitcoin, where it's faster and cheaper to use. It's maybe just as liquid or maybe more liquid than Bitcoin, because if you look at exchanges, it's listed everywhere where Bitcoin is listed. If you look at BitPay, it's actually outperforming Bitcoin in terms of who's using it to pay for things. So Litecoin is used for payments a lot more than other cryptocurrencies. On top of that, it's very secure, meaning that it's the only blockchain, the longest running blockchain with 100% uptime. Not even Bitcoin can say that. You also have OmniLite, where you could build on top of Litecoin. People are even building on top of Litecoin now with LTC20 tokens. Of course, you have MWeb, which I think is going to save lives. It gives fungibility, and it gives the essence of what you need for sound money. I think it was probably the last thing Litecoin needed to, really solidify it's positioned as sound money. Now, if you look at what MWeb is, it's just the same thing as really doing a real cash transaction, where if I have a $5 bill and I hand it from me to you, the only people who know who's transacting and how much is being transacted is just you and I. And that's exactly what Litecoin MWeb is, except you could opt into it anytime you want. It's like the midway between Bitcoin and Monero, and it's optional. So Litecoin, it has potential for the future in terms of payment, store of value, etc., etc. So if you, and that's even supported, you don't even have to take my word for it. You can look at the blockchain, you can look at all the transactions that are going on, you can look at whale alerts where there's literally millions of Litecoin being moved around every single day because it's feasible, it's easier, and I much rather maybe spend, if I'm doing like $1 million transaction or even a $5 transaction, I might use Litecoin just because of the feasibility and how fast it moves, and I don't have to worry. I get anxious, my friends. I'm waiting for a transaction to confirm. Like even, Bitcoin Cash, man, like it's hard. You got to make sure that you are pamping it up and you're using the right currency to transact your money. But yeah, Litecoin is very underrated, so I hope that answers your question. What's up, True? Patrick Murphy, Mike Volmer, pamp it up. You want to pamp it up? Don't you know pamp it up? You got to pamp it up. Don't you know pamp it up?
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Ricardo is saying smash the like. Absolutely, guys. We have 70 people here. Let's get 100 likes and 100 live viewers. Have I spent my Litecoin before? Dave Digital is asking. Yes, I have. Bryke has, what's up? Nice to see ya. Who else we have? Academy is in the chat. What's up? Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. If I missed you, then make sure you say hello to me in the chat. Geronimo, what's up? Nice to see you as well. Oh, yeah, Jimmy was here. Travel, what's up to you? Okay, cool. All right, I think I got everyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone. If I did miss you guys, then make sure you guys call me out for that. Make sure you call me out. Mr. S says you use Atom. It's always cheap and fast. I've never used it. Never used that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Marky Mark's like, holy hot out in NYC today. Yeah, it is hot as sheesh, man. Like, what's the weather right now? It's like 77 degrees already. It's only 10 o'clock. I was caught in the rain last night. I actually went to a reggae concert last night, guys. Like, it was probably one of the best things I've ever went to in my life. And it was a free concert, too. It was absolutely wild. If you guys don't follow, like, Skip Marley, King Cruff, and, like, the reggae fam, then you definitely should. And they're all from, like, this radio station on Sirius XM called Tough Gong Radio. Holy sheesh, man. Absolute icons. Just spreading, like, love, positivity. That's what we all need in our lives. Like, you know what I mean? We also have the battle of social media. Talk about love and positivity. There isn't much between certain social media platforms. What am I speaking about? The battle between Instagram and /threads. Instagram /threads and the twitter.com. Now, if you guys don't know, Threads is the new, like, meta clone of Twitter. It had 10 million downloads in less than 24 hours. So what you could say at the least is that it's popping off. Now, there has been a lot of controversy over Threads because of the censorship, because of what everyone is saying that tweets or threads are already getting removed from the platform, whereas Twitter has always touted that it's a free speech platform. Who has commented on it that always makes the best decisions? We got Jim Cramer. Let's get his thoughts on it.
I don't think they thought of Twitter. But in that I am being facetious, but I say game, set, match Zuckerberg, because he's really learned his lesson. He really understands that it does matter, that you want to be committed to the community. And Facebook is Instagram is a really terrific product. And Twitter is awful. And my kids were saying, like, why are you posting on Twitter? I said, well, it's free. I said, well, that's just great. The worst things in life are free.
Does that mean you're going to migrate? Are you going to move your content
100%.
Delivery to Threads?
I'll put some Twitter in just because I'm a masochist who doesn't mind being hated, but that's been the way of most of my life since fourth grade. I don't think they thought of Twitter.
He said he's been hated on since fourth grade. Oh my gosh. I wonder what kind of calls Jim Cramer was making in the fourth grade that everyone hated him. But he literally just sheeshed on Twitter. Oh gosh. Well, if you inverse Kramer, he said Instagram is a really terrific product and Twitter is awful. And you know what? Let him move all of his content over to Threads. That's fine. That's fine, little Jimmy. And he said he doesn't mind being hated. I mean, I don't know about that. I think he does enjoy it a little bit. Mr. D over there on the TikToks, Kenny O and Sophia over there on TikTok. How do you guys think that Jim Cramer feels? How do you think he feels? Eye of the beholder. Listen. Yes, they actually do pay this guy to speak. Yes, absolutely. Make sure you guys are smashing these likes and sharing this stream out with friends and enter that poll, Threads or Twitter. And it seems that the public is saying 81 votes so far. 59% of you guys are saying Twitter, free speech, and the other 36% is saying I like cookies and pizza, and the remaining 5% says I like Threads. So, guys, this is very interesting. So you guys are mainly Twitter folks, and I'm all for free speech, and I hope Threads lets people speak freely, which I don't really see right now. I saw a little censorship happening already, but we'll see what happens. And I'm all for innovation, I'm all for social media, but I'm very interested to see how this turns out, especially because there are rumors that Elon Musk might sue Mark Zuckerberg. So very interesting things going on. If you didn't hear about that, there has been some words spread back and forth from Elon Musk to Mark Zuckerberg, but they are saying that Elon Musk is going to sue him for I guess copying Twitter. So we're going to see how that one turns out. If you guys like Threads or Twitter, let me know which you guys like more in the comments. You guys are so funny in the chat. Geronimo, sell all your Facebook, IG, and Meta stocks now. Let's actually look at the Meta stock. Let's take a look at that one, Meta. Guys, we're gonna look at a stunk. All right, here you guys go. So we got Meta here. Let's take a gander there. We got Meta is $292 a share, about up 0.6%. This is the daily chart. We see some all right volume. We did see a lot of volume coming in February. Very interesting. And we have mass amounts of green. Whoa. We have a lot of green money flow coming in here. This is like a tsunami. A literal tsunami coming in since December of 2022 for Meta. Whoa. Would you look at that? Seems like Meta is popping out here, the stock. Been on a nice ride since November of 2022. I mean, number can't always go up, friends. So, I mean, did Jim Cramer put the bad juju on Meta stock? Then also let me know in the chat. Sheesh. Let's talk about BlackRock. We know BlackRock popping, my friends. They love Bitcoin. Here's the CEO of BlackRock talking about Bitcoin, if you guys don't remember.
And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear, Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative. I would call the foundation of BlackRock is about hope. You invest for retirement because you believe tomorrow is better than today. And also, I do believe.
Does BlackRock represent hope? Put that in the chat. Whether or not you feel any way about BlackRock, they are coming into the space along with BlackRock. Fidelity also named Coinbase as their surveillance partner for their Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock is entering the space. They feel like Bitcoin is going to revolutionize finance. And of course, we already knew that. We already know Bitcoin is a store of value. We also know that Bitcoin cuts out the intermediaries, which was something else that was covered in that interview. Of course, we have so much regulatory uncertainty, especially with characters like Gary Gensler, who just simply just calls us names. And I just don't understand what Gary's problem is at the end of the day. What? Did I hear a whisper?
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
That's weird.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists.
Oh my gosh.
Ponzi schemes.
Gary, it's like I always hear Gary. I mean, let's just go back in the time machine.
So we already know in the U.S. and in many other jurisdictions that 3/4 of the market are not ICOs or not what would be called securities. Even in the U.S., Canada, and Taiwan, the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test that we've talked about, 3/4 of the market is non-securities. It's just a commodity, a cash crypto.
Oh.
So you'll hear debates about initial coin offerings and what's a security and what's not a security. Relevant and important debate. But for 3/4 of the market, it's not particularly relevant as a legal matter.
Bruh.
Over 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those 4? They're not securities.
Oh my God!
This is going to lead us into the next topic concerning CBDCs.
We don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the US dollar. It's called the euro. It's called the yen. They're all digital right now. We already have digital investments. And you have entrepreneurs representing digital investments on this program all day long. And it's whether it's the big tech companies, the automobile companies, you name it. It's all digital right now, the investing world. So what is the real underlying value of these tokens? And that's why you need full, fair, and truthful disclosure.
Bruh. 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 Bruh.
What is going on, Gary? We don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the US dollar. It's called the euro. It's called the yen. But how does he really feel about crypto people?
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
If you look into this, I guess, organization, you can call it, the Bank for International Settlements, well, the Bank for International Settlements, they're up to a lot. They're up to a lot. We already know. We talked about this a long time ago. Project Icebreaker concludes experiment for new architecture for cross-border retail CBDCs. This was done a long time ago. And it was updated in March of 2023. The Bank for International Settlements and the Central Bank of Israel, Norway, and Sweden have concluded Project Icebreaker, which studied the potential benefits and challenges of using a retail central bank digital currency in international payments. A collaboration between the BIS Innovation Hub, Nordic Center, Bank of Israel, Norges Bank, Sverges Bank, and the project testing on technical feasibility of conducting cross-border and cross-currency transactions between different experimental retail CBDC systems. Oh, wow. So we already have the Central Banks of Israel, Norway, Sweden, working with the Bank for International Settlements. We also knew that Hong Kong was also working with the Bank for International Settlements because they actually have a center in Hong Kong. Hong Kong's website since 2017, working on Project Lion Rock. Then joining in on the CBDC experiment was the Bank for International Settlements Innovation Hub and Center in Hong Kong. It always continues. It always continues because we know that there was a secret little live stream that the BIS had 3 months ago, and it was taking place simultaneously at the center's offices in Paris and Frankfurt. Now, the Central Bank of France was also there talking about what they were planning to do for their central bank digital currencies, that they were literally issuing and working on retail as well as wholesale CBDCs, as well as kind of flooding crypto a little bit.
Somewhat sophisticated journey, but we are very happy, Bundesbank and Banque de France, to have arrived today. As it was a bit long, let me elaborate about one simple question. Why did we embark on such a journey? And for me, the answer is simple. It's because of one revolution and of one conviction. About the revolution, it's obviously about technology. Digitalization. Digitalization for our fellow citizens and their payments. Digitalization of finance. And we could discuss at length, is it really decentralized finance? Because it's not that decentralized, and there are powerful actors, but at least tokenized finance or disintermediated finance. And also this technological revolution has as a consequence increased risks, increased challenges on cybersecurity. And then comes the conviction for us, central bankers, how should we face this revolution? How should we answer it? The traditional answer on our side is about regulation. And obviously we have to regulate these new activities. But it cannot be only about regulation. We should be on both sides, regulation and innovation. We should be catalysts of innovation, not alone, with the private sector. But it's part of our job. And usually we don't think, or people don't think of central banks as being on the innovation side, but we have been for decades, think of the single currency and think of the settlement system, for instance. We don't know everything. There are many open questions. But let me quote one European philosopher, Aristotle. If I may, he was a philosopher from the euro area, but some millenniums ago. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. And this is what we will do in the Eurosystem Hub. The Banque de France is already part of innovation on CBDC, for instance. We are very active with the ECB, with the Eurosystem, preparing a retail digital euro. We are also engaged in wholesale digital euro with about 10 experiments which we conduct with the private sector and which we will publish a summary of, an updated summary in the next month. But innovation is not only about CBDC. And this is another message of this Eurosystem Hub. Agustin and Christine already mentioned the projects which we will develop here. Let me only mention that Gaia, LIP, Atlas, Mariana will use other technologies, artificial intelligence, cryptography, green finance. So, let me say it in French. Longue vie au centre de l'Eurosystème, à Paris et à Francfort. And let me now say it in German.
This is somebody, again, from the Bank of France, saying that they are ready for a retail and a wholesale CBDC. They're already experimenting on it. They already got this down pat. And it's all for the sake of what? What was it? The sake of innovation. How? How is this innovative if you won't even share this innovation publicly? As you guys could see right here, this was an unlisted YouTube stream, meaning the only people that could have gotten the link or could have seen this stream was the people that have the link. How did I get the link? I was grateful to have someone that sent it in my Telegram. That is the only way I have this. If they were so innovative, why don't you share the innovation with everyone instead of keeping it secret? Bitcoin, at least they know, is something they have to be scared of because it's decentralized. It's actually something that can stop them. It can take the power away from the central banks because they own us. The central banks own us. As much as we don't like to say it, they do. Because they run the money, they have the power. We are working on getting that power. We are working on getting that money. And that's because Bitcoin poses a threat. Decentralization poses a threat where if we have our own form of currency that we could transact with, send and receive value information without an intermediary like them, then they have no power over us anymore. They can't enforce these laws. They can't enforce things that we did not vote for. But that doesn't stop them because the new news is the Bank for International Settlements says that there are 15 retail CBDCs that are likely by 2030. Says around 15 central bank digital currencies could be in circulation across the world by the end of this decade, according to a survey carried out by the Bank for International Settlements. BIS is a Switzerland-based body owned by 63 central banks, representing around 95% of the world economy, said 9 central banks had already indicated they're very likely to issue a CBDC for wholesale use in financial markets within the next 6 years. Of the 36 central banks surveyed by BIS, 93% are now undertaking CBDC work, the study said, with major jurisdictions such as India, the UK, and EU all seriously exploring issuing a digital version of their fiat currencies. Quote, global work on CBDCs made further progress. Since last year, the report said, the work particularly intense in emerging economies where it's been seen as a way of helping unbanked people. If issued, retail CBDCs can be expected to complement and coexist with other domestic payment methods. The survey results show that to date, stablecoins and other crypto assets are seldom used for payments outside of the crypto ecosystem, with cross-border remittances and consumer purchases the most popular uses. The previous BIS survey, published in May 2022, found that the burgeoning private crypto market has spurred central banks to look at their options. Earlier this year, the Bank of England said a digital pound is likely to be needed in the future. We already know that. Monetary authorities in the Bahamas, Eastern Caribbean, Jamaica, and Nigeria had actually implemented a retail CBDC, while pilots on the digital yuan have raised fears about its potential of the tech for state snooping. We know this is hypocrisy, saying that CBDCs can help unbanked people. Well, if people can't get a bank to begin with, then you give them a central bank digital currency, then their money expires. And it's controlled by, again, a central bank that may not like the person and what they're buying and how much they're buying on certain things. They can just shut you off. So are you really helping the unbanked people or just controlling them even more than they already are because they're already behind since they have no bank? Hypocrisy. Bitcoin cryptocurrency is actually decentralized. It actually helps the unbanked. If you are unbanked and you have an internet connection, then you are able to own something with Bitcoin. There's something that can't be taken away from you. CBDCs could be taken away from you absolutely instantly. It takes away all of your rights. The BIS is also developing framework against CBDC cyber attacks just to make sure they cover themselves up. On July 7th, the Bank for International Settlements, a financial institution owned by constituent central banks, published a framework for defending CBDCs against cybersecurity attacks. The BIS wrote, quote, recent examples of smart contract attacks, which have led to the loss of significant amount of value in DeFi, serve as an example of the potential security risks CBDC systems could face. In this report, the BIS said security frameworks should safeguard the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of CBDC transactions. By design, CBDCs should be able to dynamically scale to respond to a sudden surge in transaction volumes, have no single points of failure, operate 24/7 without outages, and function even if their underlying financial institution experiences an outage. Moreover, to organize the control objectives that have been identified, and adapted for CBDC systems, this framework has 7 steps. Prepare, identify, protect, detect, respond, recover, and adapt. Together, the 7 procedures translate into 104 control objectives, such as 24/7 monitoring and alerting function, doing due diligence on the security of cryptographic keys using a DDoS protection service to alleviate network traffic volume. To execute framework, BIS called for the establishment of a central bank senior leadership and board, a chief security officer, and various information technology, security, and stakeholder teams. Although cautious about decentralized finance, the BIS has been adamantly supporting the adoption of CBDCs. On June 20th, the financial organization published a unified ledger proposal for cross-border and tokenized asset transactions. In April, they concluded a distributed ledger technology plot with the Bank of England, which we already know the BIS has been working with various people since 2020 and probably even earlier than that. But here you go. This is the latest on the bank for international settlements. We do not want CBDCs. It makes me angry that CBDCs are just continuing on their way like this, especially because we see what could happen with the central bank digital currency. If you look at the digital yuan, that could expire. If you look at all of these other countries, cash doesn't exist anymore. Only CBDCs exist. And when that happens, the only people that you could rely on for money is your government, is your central bank. And how is that fair? You don't get to choose how you transact, where you transact, what you could buy, what you can't, where you can go. Listen to this. I think this will kind of put things into perspective for you.
You lose cash, and this is what we must not let them do. When we lose cash, if we lose cash, and you've only got central bank digital currencies, the computer will know what it is you're trying to do before you even do it, and they will prevent you from doing it. If, for example, they say you can't leave your house more than 5 miles, you try and buy a bottle of water 6 miles from home, you won't be able to. I'm not kidding. That's so many reasons why you should retain cash. It's offensive that the politicians believe that they have a right to all of your information at all times. With you lose cash, and this.
If you lose cash and you lose, because you can't lose Bitcoin, but if you lose cash, you're going to lose a lot of rights. And Bitcoin and even Litecoin and Monero gives those rights back. AI, just like the guy from the bank from international settlements, just like he said, if they will use AI for this technology. So again, they will use AI to predict your next move and prevent you from making it because your money won't work. If you want to leave your country, leave whatever you have to do because of the circumstances you're under, the CBDCs will prevent you from doing that because you won't have any access to any other form of value, any other form of money, which is why, again, they're scared of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is truth. Because every single transaction that's ever happened is on the blockchain. And that's what they don't want. Because all of these institutions, all of these central banks, they send money in between each other. They spend money on gosh knows what. And we have no say or no clarity to even what they're doing. Even the banks with our money. Where is the call for transparency there? All of these banks have all of your money. But where does your money really go once you put it in the bank? Where are they spending it? CBDCs are leading you right into a cage where Bitcoin is like when Elon Musk bought Twitter, letting the Twitter bird fly free. That's what Bitcoin does for you. It lets you fly free, send, receive, transact value, and own your value wherever you are in the world, whenever you want, 24/7, 365. The only place you get transparency is with crypto. That's why they don't want it. Just the reality.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, indeed.
Oh my God.
Hi, Tom Crown in the chat. Crypto Allah. CBDCs will be normal in 50 years. I don't think so. I really do think that Bitcoin is gonna change the world. I really do think that. And especially when, unfortunately, a lot of people have to be affected for them to do something, right? Some people will say, oh, I'm not going to do anything. I don't care about Bitcoin right now. I don't really care about CBDCs because it doesn't impact my daily life. And honestly, that's not the way you should live, because you should want to prevent yourself from being hurt instead of just saying, hey, you know, I see this could be coming. I don't really care about it. It's like a pothole on the road, like in New York. You're driving, there's potholes everywhere, and it's like you see the pothole, you see a little dip in the road, and you're like, you know what? That's not gonna really affect me. So you go and you drive over the pothole anyway. And then all of a sudden you got a flat tire, and maybe you caused a bigger hole in the ground. Now your baby car is stuck in the ground and you can't go anywhere. Now your car is kiboshed. Why? Because you didn't think it would affect your daily life and didn't think it would affect your driving until it did. And now your car is kibosh, just like a CBDC. Oh, you may have heard about it. You may have heard of all this tyranny, but I'm not going to do anything about it because it's not affecting me right now. Thank you for the $24 of Litecoin.
0.25000000 LTC.
Bitcoin. Don't wait until a CBDC affects your daily life for you to do something about it, because by that time it might be too late. And you have to have something that you own, something that can't be taken away from you. Your money, they could tell you your dollar bills, that your actual physical dollar bills are worth nothing tomorrow. They could tell you have to use digital payments now. Would you rather have something you own or something that you're not in control of and that you don't own at all? I feel like, you know, Bitcoin makes me feel like a rock star. I really do. Yeah, again. Yeah. Julio, what up, dude? Tom, it started at the park, used to chill after dark. When you took my heart, that's when we fell apart. You're the best, Tom. Sing it, man. Sing it. Me and Tom, we should do like a duet. We should do a duet. Oh my gosh. Hi, Fox Venus. Did I get the pump it up button? No. No, come on, bruh. Come on. No, you know me better than that. You know me better. I love my buttons. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
You tell him, Paulie D.
Oh, yeah.
Hucksters.
Hey, Gary, stop it.
Fraudsters. Scam artists. Ponzi schemes.
Yeah, we are lit on a Monday morning. But unfortunately, I got one more piece of news for you. Actually, two more pieces of news. But hold on, good vibes first. That's better. We're sticking on the CBDC train, by the way, because it comes into relevance when it's in the U.S. And we already know the U.S. has been planning for CBDCs. President Biden, I think last year, was saying something about how they're signing away. Go study this stuff. Woo-woo. And also Chirpow, if you guys know our bestie, Chirpow. Jerome Pow Pow. He also mentioned CBDCs recently, so let's hear what Chirpow said. Everyone, please, before I start this, give some Chirpow hype in the chat. We need Chirpow hype. Type Chirpow in the chat, like Tom Crown. And also, smash these likes and share this stream out. Let's get 100 likes and 100 live viewers.
Engage the Federal Reserve as their fiscal agent. You've testified here many times before that to issue a central bank digital currency, that would have to be authorized by statute by Congress. Is that still your testimony?
That is absolutely the case as it relates to a retail CBDC. There are potential forms of a wholesale CBDC that we need to look at. It's less clear. But we've always been talking about retail CBDC, and that's something we would certainly need congressional approval for.
And what would be a parameter on something that's not a retail CBDC where you think that could be issued in some form or fashion without Congress's direct statutory authorization?
It would be, for example, it would just be something between banks, so it would look an awful lot like a bank reserve. And you might ask, well, why would we need it? And that's a really good question too.
Yeah.
It's just something that's literally within a wholesale market.
But that speaks that you might have a blockchain between banks and the Fed using a central bank digital currency token to settle transactions institutionally inside the
Oh, yeah!
So that leads me to FedNow, which is supposed to be up and running, I think, this summer, somewhat behind the scene there. I would like to ask you to formally have this full committee briefed on that by the Federal Reserve. I know the chair of the Kansas City Bank was involved. She's now left. And I think the committee has a lot of questions about FedNow, how its interoperability will work, how it's going to roll out. And also just a question that we've been asked that why the Fed wire system isn't up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week now to benefit consumers that are using Venmo. Do you have a thought on that?
I'm not sure why we're not 24/7 on that, and we, of course, be delighted to come up and brief the committee on Fed.
CBDCs are coming because Chirpow said it. Chirpow. Now, of course, this leads into what we were English. What we found out in November. We saw something mysterious. The New York Fed launched a 12-week CBDC pilot program with major banks. It included BNY Mellon, Citibank, HSBC, MasterCard, PNC Bank, TD Bank, Truist, US Bank, Wells Fargo, among others. HSBC making so many moves in so many places. Hong Kong, they're like the biggest bank over there. They're launching Bitcoin and ETH ETFs. Citibank has always been involved in some stuff, along with all these other banks. They are all on the same team, which leads us into new news. Big banks, New York Fed's Innovation Group, see merit in digital ledgers for global payments. Again, this leads us back to what we were finding out in November. They were doing a CBDC pilot program. Citigroup, HSBC, BNY Mellon, and other global financial giants have been experimenting with what they call regulated liability network for conducting round-the-clock wholesale payments using shared ledgers, and a paper released Thursday suggests the system has potential. Fitting somewhere in the middle of the debate between CBDCs and private stablecoins, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's New York Innovation Center, NYIC, which has collaborated on the project since last year, concluded that, quote, the network has the potential to deliver improvements in the processing of wholesale payments due to its ability to synchronize U.S. dollar-denominated payments and facilitate settlements on near real-time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week basis. From a central banking perspective, the proof of concept was conducive to exploring tokenized regulated deposits and understanding the potential functional benefits of central bank and commercial bank digital money operating together on a shared ledger. This was Per von Zelowitz, the director of the NYIC, in a statement. The center added that it's not endorsing the approach, and it doesn't reflect on any position of the Federal Reserve. The theoretical payment network experimented with transactions in commercial bank deposit tokens settling with hypothetical wholesale CBDCs on the same platform and using a shared ledger. It also looked at wholesale movement of U.S. dollars across borders. The network cut some of the friction over, quote, speed, cost, off-hours availability in the settlement process for payments, according to the group's proof of concept released Thursday. The participants, also including MasterCard, PNC Bank, Swift, TD Bank, Truist, US Bank, and Wells Fargo, haven't committed to any next steps. Raj, the executive vice president of MasterCard, who we were looking at last week, who was talking about their global CBDC plans, posted a tweet that called the effort an important exploration into how shared ledger tech and the regulated financial systems can come together to deliver dynamic, safe, and efficient payment solutions. The Federal Reserve is on the verge of starting its long-awaited FedNow real-time payment services in the U.S., which meant to allow banking customers transactions to clear right away rather than over the course of a couple days. As you can see, banks, payment processors are entering CBDCs like lightning speed. And I'm not talking about the Lightning Network, which they probably should use. They're talking about cross-border payments. They're talking about cutting the speed. They're talking about cutting the cost of settlements. What the actual frick have we been doing in crypto for 14 years? I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. Jimmy! Jimmy!
100 for 100.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
So pump it up. You got to pump it up. So pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Pamp it up. You got to pamp it up.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Pamp it up. You got to pamp it up. Don't you know? Pamp it up. You got to pamp it up. Who gave MTC a soundboard? Was it Retro? The other miner, he's not even here right now, so can't even talk about him. Can't even talk about him. Him and his little ledgers. Now, thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Pamp it up one more time for Jimmy.
So pump it up. You got to pump it up.
That was fun. What have we been doing in crypto for the past 14 years? We know Bitcoin is already your cross-border payment. Almost instant. A lot more feasible than the banking system now. So why do we need their CBDCs? Why do we need their private ledgers that only they can control? And who owns the whole thing? Of course, the central banks. They're in control of everything. They want to stay in control of your life. We know Bitcoin is the way out. We know Bitcoin is the truth. And we also know that there are other cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, too, that will help with remittance payments, will help with payments in general, Litecoin. So, my friends, keep calm, huddle on, be your own bank, because this is the most important thing to hedge against, is the central banks, are the payment processors, because people would think, hey, wouldn't central bank digital currencies maybe get rid of all these people? Well, they're all connected. It does not freaking matter. It does not matter. All of them are connected. They all want to help for one goal, and that is controlled. CBDCs control your life. Bitcoin is the freedom. Bitcoin is your way out. Bitcoin is your way to own something, to enhance your three inalienable rights, life, liberty, and property, that are instantly taken away with the CBDC, but are instantly enhanced with Bitcoin. Crypto D is in the chat. Mark the shark. Oh. Other miner is here, but whatevs. Whatevs to you, other miner. Yeah. My button didn't work.
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Bruh.
For the other miner, bruh.
Bruh.
Yes, say hello to me, my friends. CBDC, just say no. I would love to say no to CBDCs. I am saying no right now. No. No.
Bruh.
Who else is saying no? Robert F. Kennedy. Robert F. Kennedy, a presidential candidate for the 2024 election, is saying that he doesn't like central bank digital currencies, and he says cryptocurrencies led by Bitcoin will give you freedom, will help hedge against the tyranny that is our Federal Reserve, that is the central banks in general. he's getting some hate because he got or invested in $250,000 worth of Bitcoin after he spoke at Bitcoin 2023. Let's learn more. I did cover this briefly on Friday, but we were just too busy pamping it up to even like really cover it. But we were going on. Again, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. investing up to $250,000 in Bitcoin after Miami conference. The U.S. presidential candidate, RFK Jr., owns up to $250,000 in Bitcoin in contrast to his previous claim that he was not an investor. A record obtained by CNBC shows that Kennedy Jr. owned between $101,001 and $250,000 worth of Bitcoin at the end of June. That is a little bit of a gap there, but the investment was made after his speech at the Bitcoin 2023 conference in May when he announced that his campaign would be the first to accept Bitcoin donations in the United States. During the conference, the candidate also denied investing in Bitcoin. He said, "I'm not an investor and I'm not here to give investment advice." The financial disclosure filed on June 30th did not specify when the crypto was purchased, only that it has returned less than $201 since the investment was made. The filing does not indicate who purchased the asset, although the candidate's campaign acknowledged it was Kennedy Jr. Challenging President Joe Biden, Kennedy Jr. has targeted the crypto community in his campaign. In a tweet on May 3rd, he stated that cryptocurrencies led by Bitcoin along with crypto tech are a major innovation engine, adding that it was a mistake for the U.S. government to hobble the industry and drive innovation elsewhere. Among his wealthy backers is Twitter founder and the Block CEO Jack Dorsey, who has recently thrown his weight behind the candidate. Quote, "He can and will," wrote Dorsey on Twitter about the candidate's strategy to defeat his opponents in the upcoming race. Kennedy Jr. is the son of former Attorney General and Senator Robert F. Kennedy, as well as the nephew of the 35th President of the U.S., John F. Kennedy. His support comes at a crucial time for the American crypto industry, with the SEC cracking down on crypto businesses in the absence of proper framework and for digital assets in the United States. And if you do notice that he said cryptocurrencies led by Bitcoin, so he understands that there is more one than currency than Bitcoin, you know. So I know that Jack Dorsey is backing him, and Jack Dorsey does happen to be a maximalist, and he spoke at a maximalist conference. However, he's saying cryptocurrencies are led by Bitcoin. So this is indicative that it is good for the whole crypto community to, check in on RFK. Nonetheless, they are fighting him because he bought between $100,001 and $250,000 of Bitcoin. It was after he made his speech, so even if they try to say he tried to manipulate the market, it was after he made the speech, a while after. So crazy stuff. Robert F. Kennedy does own Bitcoin. We also know that a lot of other politicians like Ted Cruz, even though he's not running for president, does own Bitcoin. Francis Suarez of Miami, he's now running for president as well. He is an owner of Bitcoin. And we also, Ron DeSantis, I believe, owns Bitcoin too. Was it confirmed that he owns Bitcoin? Ron DeSantis owns Bitcoin. I think he said he owns it, but I want to confirm because I don't want to be spitting false things. I know he's talked about it. Does it say he owns it? But he does defend the right to use it, so I guess we could go with that. I have to make sure like that's a fact. But yeah, so even other presidential candidates like Ron DeSantis, they're talking about Bitcoin. There's another one, Vivek Shawarme. He's a Republican. He talks about Bitcoin, and if you donate to his campaign in Bitcoin, you could also get an NFT from him as well. So there's a lot of innovation on the presidential campaign front, which means that we have hope for clarity and for the crypto community in 2024. Being that our current president, our current administration is trying to crack down on crypto like no other. Because we always hear things like this.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Hi, Matt Bradley. Yes, catch me on Bitcoin Ben's channel today. at 12 p.m. Eastern. So it's currently 10:52. So give me another hour and 8 minutes, and I will be live on Bitcoin Ben's channel. I literally do love Bitcoin Ben. This guy is he's awesome. And again, like he was like one of the first people to really even believe in me. Period. So shout out to Ben and shout out for him being there. If you guys look on his YouTube channel, you'll see videos of me on there from when I was like literally first starting out when I was 17. Bitcoin Ben was actually the first crypto meetup I ever went to. It was October 30th, 2020. My first ever crypto meetup, and Ben invited me to come hang out, and I brought them all cookies, and it was a great day. And we had a video that went viral for like no reason, and then it was just a great day. And that was like my first time like really speaking about crypto was at that meetup. So shout out to Bitcoin Ben. I will be there at 12 p.m. Eastern, and I believe I will be on Around the Blockchain today. Give me 1 minute to confirm that. Sheesh, hold on. I think I got an email about it this morning. So I should, yeah. So I will be on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you don't follow Around the Blockchain on the YouTubes, make sure you guys subscribe to Around the Blockchain and Bitcoin Ben. And also Tom Crown in the chat as well. Shout out to Thomas, my little Thomas Crown. Papa Tom is in the chat. Papa Tom. Shout out to Papa Tom. We love Papa Tom in the chat. We have GT Nuts in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crypto Allah, you met Ben yesterday. Oh, yeah, I think I saw Ben was doing some more meetups, BitBoy. So, yeah, shout out to BitBoy, too. What a cool dude. He's also someone that believed in me very early as well. He supported me very early on. One of my first conferences, I ran into Ben as well. So, other Ben, BitBoy Ben. So, shout out to both Bens. Bitcoin Ben and BitBoy Ben. There's so many Bens. Shout out to the Bens. Shout out to all the Bens. We love the Bens out here. Let's make the most of the night like we're gonna die young. Da 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 da. You know that, Tom. You know I love Cash Over TikTok. Ooh. I remember like tick tock on the clock. Litecoin halves August 2nd. That is the estimated date, hot dog. That is the estimated date. Bungalow Bill, please don't die young. I won't, because we're going to pamp it up. Yeah, we're going to pamp it up. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. Make sure you guys are smashing these likes, sharing this stream out with friends. This is a beautiful stream, and I'm so happy that my stream is working so well, and we have new buttons, and we're just like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Randy A? Guys, please continue to enter that poll. Let me know if you guys are enjoying Threads or Twitter. If you guys are enjoying the show, smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. Also, comment after the stream is over how you feel about Bitcoin, how you feel about the markets, how you feel about this week. Do you think we're going to have a green week? You think we're going to have a red week? I think, there's a storm brewing, my friends. There's a storm brewing. Jim Tan Litecoin. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to have a sound for the cabs are here.
Oh, yeah.
Cabs are here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We love that. We literally love that for us. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like using that one excessively. I really like it. If you guys are here, make sure you guys are smashing the likes. Again, throw those member emojis in the chat. Let me know that you're enjoying the member emojis. Of all my friends, I wanted to share love. I wanted to share positivity. As the reggae people say, and as Bob Marley always preached, one love. One love, my friends. We are all one. We are all together. And I really love that saying, one love, because it really encapsulates everything. And it really does encapsulate Bitcoin as well, where, again, Bitcoin is like one currency that we can all use, that we can all be free with, that actually helps a lot of people, borderless, cross-border payments without an intermediary like the central banks. You get to own something, you have hope. Where there are so many people in other countries that are being controlled with CBDCs that have no access to a bank account, Bitcoin is their hope. CBDCs, even if they're unbanked and they get a CBDC wallet, does that help them if their money shuts off, if their money expires, if they get banned for spending their money, if their wallet gets blacklisted? I don't think that helps anybody. But Bitcoin helps everybody. Bitcoin, it doesn't matter who owns how much you own. As long as you have money that belongs to you, as long as you have something that you own, life, liberty, and property, that's all you need, my friends. That is all you need. It gives us hope. It gives us the hope for peace, prosperity, love, healing. Healing, my friends. Yes, Dave Digital, because every little thing is gonna be all right. If you guys don't, please listen to Skip Marley and King Cruff, bro. I'm going to put you guys on. Very, very good artists, and they're straight from Jamaica, and they're just like amazing people. So make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you guys listen to some good reggae music today, some positive love, and everything like that. It was a great concert. If you guys want to go check out my Instagram story, you guys can hear a few clips. It was really iconic. It was like an iconic time last night, and the fact that it was free just shows like how great they are, that they put on such like a legit concert for nothing. And I just had a great time. So shout out to them. Shout out to Tough Gong Radio on XM. Yeah. Hi, pamp it up for XM Radio, man. We love XM Radio. But rock it out, friends. Oh gosh, guys. Oh gosh. It's a busy day. It's a busy day. Again, I will be live in 1 hour with Bitcoin Ben on his channel, so follow him on YouTube at Bitcoin Ben. And I will also be on Around the Blockchain at 5 o'clock tonight, so I will be everywhere. I'll be on YouTube. I'll basically be streaming my life away today. So if you guys want to hang out with me, continue on this train, stay on the YouTubes, follow us around everywhere. Hope you guys have a great day. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you guys have not yet, smash these likes, share the stream out with friends, comment after this is over how you feel about Bitcoin this week, and let me know if you're ready to pamp it up. Gotta pamp it up. Don't you know, pamp it up. Got to pamp it up.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Make sure you guys smash these likes, subscribe, stay zesty.
Pump it up.
Peace.
You got to pump